So, why should we forgive others? And is it only about others? Or should we forgive ourselves as well? Hi guys, my name is Isha and today we are diving deep into why forgiveness is important and how can we forgive ourselves and others to free ourselves from the tormenting pain we are carrying within us. But before everything, what is forgiveness? Forgiveness is a conscious decision to release feelings of resentment toward a person who has hurt you, regardless of whether they actually deserve it or have asked for your forgiveness. So, forgiveness is letting go of something or someone, knowing that it has served its purpose. It means we are choosing ourselves over anything or anyone. So, forgive people not because they deserve your forgiveness, but because you deserve to be free and at peace and to unstuck yourself from those people or situations of your past. Yes, you may not get an apology. You may never get the closure you seek. Yes, people may still believe that you are the one who needs to apologize. But if you really want to get over your past, your old patterns, your old life, forgive everyone to move on and build your dream life. And if you're waiting for others to realize what they did, you are handling them control of your healing. Some people never understand what they did to others. So forgiveness begins the day you accept that closure is something I create, not something they give. So first and foremost, stop waiting for an apology that someday they will realize what they did to you. Genuinely forgive and say thanks to all who betrayed you, left you behind, or stabbed you in your back. Say thanks because they taught you very crucial lessons in life. How to trust, how to speak up, how to remove yourself from places where you do not feel valued, how to create those boundaries, and how to be selective about whom you allow into your life and energy. And not only this, they also taught you some important learnings about yourself as well. You got to know your strength, your weaknesses, how to turn your weaknesses into your strengths, right? And you learn that what kind of person you want to be, what you won't tolerate in your life, and what you value the most, whether it's self respect, integrity, honesty, or loyalty. Only by meeting these people did you get to learn so much about yourself and how you truly want to live your life. As in, do you want to be a people pleaser or an authentic version of yourself? Do you want to be a manipulator or a straightforward person? See, your core values start coming to the surface as you deal with people who hurt you, rejected you, or betrayed you. So, forgive them, not for them, but for you. And moreover, now I always say that anger, envy, resentment, guilt, whatever you may be feeling because of what happened, it only destroys you. It eats you from the inside. Resentment can be a major cause of cancer, guilt of kidney stone, anger of liver damage, and so on. So, why punish ourselves because of someone else? And by forgiving them, now you detach your thoughts from them. So they no longer hold any power over you. They simply stop existing in your emotional space. Okay, so forgive them genuinely. See what they did to you now, it is a part of their karma or conscience. But if you stayed now, if you didn't stand up for yourself, if you didn't take the action, then the responsibility falls on you. So it is your duty toward yourself to walk away from people or situations where you feel devalued, disrespected, or unwelcomed. It is your responsibilities to create boundaries and to move on. Okay, and I know it's tough, but if you don't now, you will slowly start devaluing yourself, seeing yourself from their perspective, and losing pieces of who you are inch by inch. So it is your responsibility to take care of your physical, mental, and emotional needs. So even if they are your parents, your spouse, your children, or closed ones, if you keep accepting wrongdoing towards you now, you will also be equally responsible for your present and your future. As I always say, people and situations in our lives are not random. They are here to help us grow, to teach us lessons, and to push us to upgrade ourselves. And if we do not learn from those difficult or painful experiences now, we have not really moved on. and are setting ourselves up to repeat them. Okay? So, what does it actually take to forgive them? First, create an intention. Just by creating an intention that you truly want to forgive these people or situations, whoever they may be. Okay, even if that at that moment you are angry, you want to see them suffer, or you want revenge in any form, still create the intention that you genuinely want to forgive them, not only for them but for yourself as well. Okay, and by doing so now you remove yourself completely from their karma. Okay, and by setting this intention, the universe will provide you the support, the guidance, and the path toward forgiveness, helping you heal your wounds. Okay, so start by creating an intention, and most importantly, while doing it, try to remove yourself from those places or those situations where you were hurt, as it will help you forgive faster and heal sooner. Step two is feel the anger fully without acting on it. And yes, there will be days when you feel like yelling at them, cursing them, or making them suffer. It's okay. It's normal to have those feelings once in a while. Do not be hard on yourself. Okay. Just feel it, punch your pillow, write down all those angry words, and then just release them. Let it out once in a while. Okay, release all those pent up emotions without harming anyone, and slowly the intensity of such episodes will keep decreasing. Okay, but always have a clear intention that you choose to forgive and move on with your life. Okay, next step is give your life some direction, even if it's forceful in the beginning. Okay, maybe you have left those places and moved on physically, but it's not that easy. You may start feeling that emptiness in your life all of a sudden. So another way is give your life some direction. Start with whatever is in front of you. Okay, take those small steps as you begin the journey of discovering and fulfilling your dreams now. And as you start passionately working on yourself and for yourself, it will become very easier to forgive your past. Okay, so give your life some direction. Next is write a few lines expressing gratitude for the good moments you shared with them. Okay, close the chapter with those happy memories and send them to the light, trusting that someday they will understand. Because you know what happens? People who do wrong to others now, they're often so deeply lost that they do not even understand the seriousness of what they are doing. Okay, so they actually lost their sense of right and wrong. Okay, that's why I say forgive them and send them to the light. Okay, there may even come a time now when you will realize that the people who made you suffer were actually suffering deeply themselves. Okay, it's often rooted within them. The way they were treated is often how they treated others, and they may not have healed what they have went through in childhood or during those teenage years. Okay, so when you understand all of this now, forgiveness becomes easier. Okay, and at this level now, you will also begin to see your own part in what happened. Maybe you ignored the red flags. Maybe you were unknowingly encouraging certain behavior. Maybe you simply didn't have the awareness at that time to understand that you had a choice. As you grow and level up, now you change, but they remain the same. So the situation start feeling uncomfortable because you have outgrown those people or that environment, and yet you are not letting them go or stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, so when you go deeper into forgiveness now, you begin to recognize your role as well in what happened. Okay, so once you have the will and the intention to forgive those people, now you will naturally find many ways to do so. Okay, so have a clear intention and the will that you want to forgive and want to move on with your life. Okay, now last but not the least is how to forgive ourselves. Forgiving ourselves for not standing up, for not taking responsibility of our lives, for staying in victim mode, or for taking ourselves for granted. And moreover, now we really set the bar much higher for ourselves than we would for others. And then our own standards, our own expectations hurt. Okay? So, to forgive ourselves first, accept and acknowledge that you did the best you could with the knowledge and awareness you had at that time. Okay? Secondly, just like we forgive the people we love now, choose to forgive yourself for whatever you tolerated, accepted, or neglected. Okay? Third, show changed behavior and action towards yourself. Take full responsibility of your life, your comfort, and your happiness. Because this is the real apology to your younger self for everything you did or did not take action on in the past. Okay? See, forgiveness someone does not mean that what they did was right. It does not mean that you are saying it is okay, because it was not okay to hurt you. It's not about justifying their actions. Forgiveness simply means you are choosing peace over poison. Okay, you are choosing to let go of bitterness, to stop carrying the anger, and to free yourself from emotions that were slowly draining you. Okay, so it frees you from those toxic emotions that trap you into bitterness, anger, and hate. Okay, it releases you from that emotional weight that keeps you stuck in the past. Okay, so forgiveness is all about letting go of our own past burdens and reclaiming our present and our future. And the price of not forgiving is too great. And as we learn to forgive now, we also learn to limit the degree to which we are hurt in the future, as those lessons now become part of our wisdom, right? With this, I close today's session. Thank you so much for listening. And if it resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need this today. See you in my next video. Until then, take care.